Hey, hi, hello, and welcome to the channel. Uh, I guess I'm Jed. I'm the one with the identity, and welcome. Assuming I'm correct, I'm gonna guess you fall under one of these categories. Perhaps you're just someone interested who just happened to stop by, in which case, welcome. Perhaps I sent you here for some particular reason. For instance, perhaps you're an employer that want to uh, get a gauge on me, or perhaps you're a community member who I've wanted to look into, and I've sent you here just to show you who I am. Or perhaps you're just from the future and want to look back on this. Hi, future self. Hopefully you did well. Hopefully this project turned out fine. This is take two for me because I didn't know how to record a PowerPoint. We'll get to that later. So, I guess I should start by introducing myself. So, I don't really like talking much about myself, so I'll keep it brief. At this point in my life, I've recently graduated and got a post-secondary education in psychology, and I'm starting to take life to the next chapter, and I've decided that will be part of it. As for interest, I'm just a general game enthusiast. I know nowadays game often refers to the video variety, but I do love my classic games, my board and tabletop games, but video games are fair game as well. And I'm a music lover. No particular genre interest, but I don't know, just stuff that's rhythmically interesting and fun to analyze, I guess. Now, I guess regarding to that point about myself, and perhaps it's been made obvious, but I'm using a PowerPoint. And seriously, who used a PowerPoint in the year 2022, right? Happy New Year. Yeah, I'm using a PowerPoint. Why? Good question. Well, to be honest, I've been a student for so long, I've been making presentations for so long, and this is the only real traditional way to do it. This is what I know best, it's what I know, it's what I do, so this is what I'm sticking with. And, well, it actually reflects on an aspect of myself where I do pride myself on my resourcefulness. So I'm not into, well, getting the newest or best technologies. I prefer to take things old school and try to find what's best for older things in order to use it to my advantage. Generally, to help me get some sort of, well, generally making me think creatively and outside of the box most of the time. But also, on the other hand, I do want to use this as a point of showing future growth. This is the first video on the channel, and I'm hoping to make it grow. Well, I'm hoping that I improve in some way, so I'm calling this a baseline. This is, I'll call it in air quotes, the peak of what I could do. But hopefully, by the end of what I'm about to do, hopefully I'm able to demonstrate that, hey, I could do better now. Now, here's a good question. So, why am I here on YouTube? I mean, a lot of other people are on YouTube and they're probably doing loads better off than I am. I mean, if you look at well, there are a lot of good, popular YouTubers that aren't me that are doing cooler things. Why would I do this? Well, of course, to answer this question, we kind of need to look at a different side of things. So just looking at the YouTube career, it's already something I knew I wouldn't like. I mean, just looking at it, low payments this is from what I hear. Low payments often requiring external means of paying. So with YouTube channels, you might hear of a Patreon, or perhaps they have an external channel outside of YouTube that gets more revenue than here. There's an extremely low chance of making it big, but that's just how psychology works, and also the notorious YouTube algorithm. From the creator side, there's a lot of mental health issues. Staring at numbers and statistics, it's hard not to ignore people who try their best not to focus on them being just a number in a sea of bigger numbers, and they often have a struggle to maintain their brand in order to keep up with whatever's popular or cool. So, in my point of view, this is honestly terrible. But hey, if it happens, which I don't know what the future holds, but if things could change, and who knows, might go this way. Might go this way if suddenly fortune favors me. But the main reason I wanted to do this was, well, it's a resource for sharing videos, like what YouTube has always been. So that's what I'm kind of banking on doing. So what do I aim to do with this video sharing this video sharing website? Well, I have a few things I want to do. So for one, typo. I guess it does get the capitalization. Oh well. So first off is, how do I learn, improve on certain things? So for instance, the things I thought of was, how do I show things such as language skills, a sense of insight, or social ability, which I do not have? How would I show that to anyone viewing this? And well, the answer was just to make a channel and demonstrate these skills firsthand, so that people will see what I do, well, firsthand rather than relying on another source. So those are just general skills, but I mean, I also have my interests that I could demonstrate. So my interest in game psychology and music. Hopefully by showing this, I could show that, hey, I love these things. Also with YouTube, I could practice recording, editing, and possibly streaming. I don't know. Since, well, graduation, I've wanted to practice on some things, learn some new skills. So I've learning how to edit, record, things like that. And so, yeah, by having videos to work on and edit and improve, it's another skill I could work on. So, yeah, all these are skills I want to show proof of having in the future. Next point I'd have would be finding people. Like many people, I'm kind of at that point in my life where I'm thinking, where could I find someone else who's interested in the same things that I am? Especially since I live a good hermited life. And finding people might be important for me, just for a lot of reasons. So hopefully by posting stuff, I could find like-minded people and I'll hopefully make connections. What else does YouTube do? Well, how do I get to be creative? I've always wanted to be creative. I want a creative space, but it's so hard to be creative without doing anything. You could always think to yourself, I want to be creative, but what does that mean? Where does it go? What does that ultimately lead you to doing? And so YouTube, by creating this channel, I finally have a place where I have some limitations. I have a set of rules, some challenges that I could take on and see what I could do about it and just be creative and show my creativity. Now, a small problem about this is because this is YouTube, the creative platform, it's gonna appear that I may not be as creative as anyone else out there. And well, yeah, that's true. And to the outside eye, yes, that would seem to be the case. But it isn't saying that I want to be more creative than anyone else in the platform, but just to demonstrate that I have some semblance of creativity. But, well, I guess as a solution, I would have to say that this is, well, what I'm doing is already doing a lot better than those who haven't decided to show anything at all in any any platform really. Is to show that, hey, this is me doing creative things, and it's better than those who haven't decided to show anything creative off at all. So the hasn'ts, I guess, would be a way of putting it. And all these really leads to how do I get a future? I'm at that point in my life where I'm asking the big question, where do I go from here? I've gotten an education in psychology, but, well, that applies to just about anywhere that involves a brain. Anything a brain is behind, there's psychology to follow, and it's been a very useful tool for me for just practical purposes and insightful purposes. But yeah, I could just about go anywhere. So by hopefully showing myself, I could help narrow down that scope and hopefully, well, as I said previously, find people, demonstrate my skills, demonstrate creativity and being creative. And my big hope is that it leads somewhere. I just don't really know where as of yet. So, this is my channel. I guess a big question is, what should I expect from here? So, let's go over that real quick. Oh, okay. So, I mean, first off is VGM covers. I've technically been making covers for over the past half year, but haven't actually put them out to the big public, I guess I should say. So I'll probably be posting those and will keep making more. I do love my video game music. That's what VGM means. Though, I'll be honest, once again, since I've been making them for the past half month, quality is not gonna be the best, but hopefully, like many things, they'll improve over time. Anything I put video game, but I do mean anything game related. As I said, I'm a fan of games, so I want to put that out there. So hopefully the content I produce will be related to some sort of game. Skill practice / learning. There are a lot of skills I want to work on, things I want to, I don't know, things I want to learn and do, skills I want to work on. I've said that many times. So hopefully I'll be able to demonstrate that. Now I put psychology here, but I'm not sure like currently as to what that entails yet, but I love psychology, and well, I don't know, it seems proper that I should integrate it somewhere. I just haven't thought of it yet. Creative endeavors could mean literally anything, but I do want to show creativity, and as to what form it takes, I have no clue. You probably have a better clue than I do. And, well, question mark, because I have no clue what the future holds and what future me decides to do with this channel, I guess. So, speaking of the channel, this is a weird question to ask relating to it. How long will I go? And so, well, it's not really something that people with a channel, well, content creators ask. They often just create until they run out of steam, and then they say, okay, I'm done. But I have a weirder answer to that, and we'll get to that. So I want this channel to go for a bit. So long enough to show proof of consistency and continuous effort, as I put here. I put 5 minutes, 5 weeks. Ooh, 5 minutes. Man, I'm done already. 5 weeks of stability. So I want to put that there just to show people that I can get into a routine. I could get stuff done. I could maintain, yeah, I could maintain a schedule and stuff like that. Hopefully by putting out, as I said here, 2+ vids a week. Well, I say here I make 2+ vids a week, which hopefully I could do unless things aren't as I expect, and they may go, they may reduce or they may increase. Uh, and it all depends on possibly creative burnout, which I don't intend to have anytime soon, but it's a possibility for if I'm going for a really long time. But this isn't, as of right now, it's not something I see myself doing for over a year, unless something miraculous happens. But yeah, it's just a little snapshot of myself, what I do, who I am, just to put out there and see if anything bites, really. So, yeah, really, until any form of goal is achieved. And with that, I think I've covered everything. So, yeah, I'm good. Hopefully, I'll see you, who, if there is anyone out there, at some point in the future, or not. Hopefully, it's a success. And hopefully, I don't need to do a third take of this. Ugh, the first take was so good. Just didn't work out.